Today we're going to be opening up this bloody crate from Super Action Stuff, man, and it comes in this really cool packaging, as you can see here. Now, we have unboxed some stuff from them before. I think beforehand we've gotten a coffin from them that had a bunch of cool stuff in it. They had weapons and all kinds of different stuff, and let me see if I can grab it off screen right here. Now, this one I have since filled with my own weapons, but here is the coffin. It was pretty nice, and I have since, again, filled it with my own weapons, but this thing was pretty cool, and they have it all over at superactionstuff.com. You can put the lid on it like this. It's very awesome. You can fit some figures in there, and we have seen some pretty great things from them in the past. So I'm excited today because we have this brand new crate here. Now, the thing is even if you don't like the contents in here, I mean, it would be ideal if you did like the contents that resides in this box. The box is very sweet. It almost has a futuristic alien type of look, you can see here, but you could use this for a lot of different things, as you can see there. But you can see the bloody crate, 26 accessories, all kinds of stuff here. We're going to unbox this today, find out what the hell's inside, and it's got a really nice paint job. Let's unbox it here, rip it open, and see the paint job, or maybe exactly what it's going to look like. Hold up, let's rip this open. It does have that vacuum sealant on it right there, but we're going to undo this, and dude, it even has little carrying handles on it. So, as you can see here, there is the case. It's got these little flaps on it. I mean, dude, look at the carrying case. Look at the dry brushing. The little light silver dry brushing over the top. It's pretty damn cool. So, even if you don't want to use this for your wrestling figures, you could probably use this with some of your other stuff, but here is the little card that they have, the bloody crate, and then there is a warning, blah, 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 who cares? All right, here we go. So we're going to remove the lid here, and we have a bunch of goods in here. Dude, what is that? Hold up. I guess I'm just going to remove everything one by one. Is this... What is this supposed to be? Is this, maybe you feel the bottom like packing peanuts, kind of? Is this supposed to be packing peanuts? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody can let me know. But why would they pack it? I guess so you can put it down on the bottom? I don't know. Anyways, let's take things one by one out right here. And then we have Stone Cold and John Cena right here so we can, you know, display the items. The top comes off relatively easy, and this is actually pretty sweet, man. Alright, so the first thing we have is going to be an axe. So look at that right there. We have an axe, which is pretty cool. It's got, what is this? It's got the wood grain sculpted in there. Looking pretty nice. It even has a nice shade to it. You can see the blade there. It looks a little dull, but at the same time, I dig that a lot. So you can use an axe here. Probably not necessarily with your wrestling figures, but nonetheless, it's still a really cool thing. I think this looks awesome. So, like that axe effect there. We also have, what else we got in here? Looks like we have a blood effect. Okay, so I have seen people use these in the past. You can, you know, use some sticky tack or some wax or something like this, and you can attach these little translucent effects onto stuff. Now, you could use this on, again, not only wrestling action figures for photography and stuff like that. You could put this with your horror figures, your Marvel figures, whatever the hell you're trying to do. Probably figure photography, right? If you wanted to do that, or maybe you wanted to do a House of Horrors match or something. So there's a little blood effect there. Looks like we have a bunch of mini effects right here. Hold up, I'm gonna have to open this. Well, these really would have come in handy on our horror setups. You can see here, they have like an explosion effect. You have kind of a dripping effect right here. It is a nice translucent plastic though, the red translucent, but there's a lot of pieces here. I mean, you can see all the different bloody pieces right here. And again, it kind of gives you a lot of options there. So you can have people, you know, bleeding out or whatever the hell you want to do there. Let's dive back in here. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, we have seen this before. Check this out, man. So this is an accessory that we've had in the past, and this one's crazy. All right, so you have kind of like a gunshot bullet exit wound type deal right here. There's like a bullet, so you can see there it's like a bullet coming through right there, and it's supposed to be like it's coming through the backside of this brain, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, if you want to have a I don't know, a brain transplant match or something like that, maybe if that's what you're interested in, but you can see there. Yeah, man, this would have been perfectly on time. Just a tad late here with this thing, because I think we could have gotten a lot of great setups with this. Is this supposed to be a heart? I cannot tell what this is, but it almost looks like a heart with blood leaking off of it, as you can tell. Why is the damn lighting so freaking dark, man? I mean, it looks like a wet heart. You can see the blood dripping off of it and stuff like that. Maybe you can use that for your boogeyman figure. I don't know. That actually would be pretty sweet. And diving back in here, okay, so we have a metal bat accessory. This is sick as hell. Okay, so we have this metal bat with gold. It's leaning slightly to the left. Maybe I can force that a little bit back this way, but I do dig the metal bat. I don't think I've ever had a gold metal bat. I think last time they had a silver one, so I think think I dig the gold more. I think the gold gives you a nice little different aesthetic and stuff like that. So I'm digging that. Oh, this shit not focused. I'm about to get pissed off. So the metal bat looks sweet. Okay, this one's insane. What in the... This would have to be for your dinosaur figures or something, man. I mean, this is a gigantic blood effect. As you can see here, it's like an explosion. I mean, I don't even know. I guess this would be an exit wound or a slash. I mean, I don't know, man. You can see the droplets coming up. It's almost like blood landing in a pool of water almost. But you do have this giant blood effect. There's just another blood effect that's kind of spraying out to the side. Again, I think you just you take sticky tack, you attach it to, you know, the just like a part of the figure, maybe not the head. And I don't think it works necessarily for wrestling figures, but maybe you could do that and you could have him like this, like he's getting hit. I don't know. It's you know, it takes some manipulation. You know, if you're doing figure photography, things like that, maybe you could figure that out. But next up, we have another really weird squiggly effect. I would guess that this one would be almost like it was on the ground and draining, maybe. So this kind of looks like just, you know, a blood puddle trail. Next up, we have, okay, now we're talking. Look at that. We have a spiked baseball bat. Kind of looks like Spike, you know, from Adam Copeland right there, or Edge right there. I like that a lot. I want to say this is very similar to the one we got last year, and I don't have that off rip just sitting right here. I wish I did, but this is pretty sweet, man. You could easily use this with the baseball bat, the axe, maybe not so much, but you could use this in your wrestling matches, and I like how classic it looks. Kind of has an old school rugged Viking feel to it or something like that. And I like the paint job. They did a good job on that right there. I dig that. Next up, we do have another giant. There's another giant blood effect here. I just don't know. I would love to see examples of how you can use these maybe. Or actually, you might could put somebody's fist into that right there. And it's like somebody's punching a hole through somebody's body. And then we have an even bigger one here. So lots and lots of blood effects. I really wish that I had known about this or had this in hand. Because they shipped this to my old house. So that's the reason this is late. But had I known about this, you could have just plugged these in all over the horror setup and it would have been pretty cool. So you could have just all these different blood effects going and you could really showcase them. So I hate that we didn't get to use them, but got another blood effect here. It's more of a streamline. And then we have 3 more blood effects here. Kind of get like a Nickelodeon splatter here. You get kind of a, I don't even know, like a starburst pattern here. And then we get this kind of, I don't even know what this is, kind of a sploosh out effect. I don't really like the way I said that. And now I think we have maybe my favorite part of the entire thing. Alright, so we do have the crowbar, but it's the last item in there that I think I'm going to be the most excited about. But you get this nice crowbar, which I think is great. I think last time it was red, which I liked, and I like that they changed it up. You get this gunmetal gray look, so you can crack open the case maybe, or do some other things. But you can do a lot of different things here, man. It's all about the creativity. You could even, I mean, even if you didn't like this box necessarily, the way that it looks, you could spray it, and you could make it look 10 times better, I'm sure. You can make it black and dry brush it, but I do like the colors on it. But here is my favorite part, man. They included this last time, and we made sort of a figure meme out of it last time. If you guys remember, man, this is a classic. We got a brand new pair of boxing gloves right here that you can stick on your figures. So if you guys remember, Hulk Hogan has been the one that we have been using this with. Let me see if I can find him real quick. So if you guys remember this Hulk Hogan that we have had for a few years now we can make a second version with the white gloves. Now, honestly, I mean, this would fit onto an NWO Hogan. You could put this on an NWO Hogan, but I almost feel like we need to put it on this Cena or this John Cena, and I'm going to put it on this Cena or this John Cena. Are you mentally ill, son? Could have put it on Austin. I'm going to put it onto this Cena right here because this is one of my extra Cenas, and I just think it would look really cool. And I don't know if I can, I don't think I can leave the sweatbands on here for this. I'm going to have to take the sweatbands off. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but we are going to do it. We're going to plug it in right there, and it's going to look sick in the gear. The gear's going to match, so it's going to look even better. Oh, dude. That might be my favorite part of it. Now look at that. Now we have head-to-head. The boxing gloves is the best part, man. You can instantly upgrade and put boxing gloves onto your wrestling figures. And again, it matches the attire that the John Cena has with the chain gang. Oh, dude, that looks sick as hell. I like this little fix-up right here. Now we got all the, now we're cooking, man. Now we got Cena versus Hogan here. Oh, dude, that's freaking epic. I love that. That made the whole box worth it. I mean, there's a ton of blood effects in there, but I do like the weapons. You get a nice metal bat. I like the metal bat. I like the, you know, the nailed bat or the spiked bat. I like the boxing gloves. The crowbar is nice, and then you do get that nice axe accessory. So you do get some pretty quality stuff. Look at that right there. So you get these 4 weapons, a ton of blood effects. There's a lot of good value here, I would say. But, dude, yeah, the boxing gloves, I think, is what makes it. I think the John Cena looks epic. I like the use of the different weapons. You know what? If we want to, let's take Austin right here and give him the baseball bat. I think that would work. I haven't choked him out. Dude, this is actually going to look sick as hell. Look at that right there. Come out, beat the hell out of people with a baseball bat. Yeah, that's sick as hell, man. Look at that. Then I got this Samoa Joe. He can hold this spiked bat, I guess. Uncle Tim, put the bat down, man. Put the bat down. Police, open up. No, but seriously, though, man, this is a pretty good box. I like it. I dig it. If you guys are interested in this, I'll leave a link in the description below. I don't know how much it goes for. I want to say it goes for $19.99 maybe. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But I think this is pretty cool. Lots of blood effects, some cool weaponry. Love the boxing gloves. And, I mean, at the end of the day, man, you can see here at the bottom, they did include that little fluffing stuff, so that tells me that I guess if you want extra fluff, you can put that down in there, but the box is sick as hell, so I bet my kids will end up using this crate. They always take my little knick-knack boxes and stuff like this, but I'm getting the hell out, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later. Ugh.